Welcome to another episode of the JK Podcast. Today we got Kevin, Jose, and Big Kevin.
Dubs.
Um,
Dubs.
we're gonna be we haven't recorded a video for the finals yet, but we're gonna be talking about the three finals games that have already occurred. Obviously, the Lakers are up 2-1. They had I think we can all agree, a pretty awful game today, and the Miami Heat showed that they are indeed worthy of the finals appearance that they have. Um, we would just, I think we can start with Jose, the native Miami fan. We
Um,
can get your opinion on it, see how the series, how do you
yeah,
see it going forward? What have you seen in the past games? Just give us your input on what, how do you feel about your
yeah.
Heat right now?
I'm gonna start talking about tonight's game quickly. Tonight was a must-win game for us. Obviously, we were pretty much done if we lost. I called the series Heat in seven. I'm obviously being optimistic. I'm a Heat fan. I'm gonna stick with it. I don't really expect the Heat to win in seven, but I'm gonna stick with it. Um, Man, Jimmy, I've been tough on Jimmy. I've been tough on Jimmy all playoffs. I've been tough on him all year. Because he gets passive. He gets too passive at times. I get it. Like he likes allowing other guys to get in a good rhythm and hit a couple of shots. But I want to see more of this Jimmy. Like Jimmy is hitting 30 points, 40. There's no way we're gonna lose, bro. Like I remember he hit like a 40-point game against Milwaukee too. And like he's capable of having these types of games. I don't expect him to have another game like this one, this series. But I'm hoping Bam comes back. I don't see us winning this series if we don't get Bam or Dragic back. So I'm hoping that at least Bam, can come back in game four. If Bam comes back in game four, I think we're in a very good position to steal that game and tie the series. I know the Lakers will. I expect Lakers to come out super aggressive. They're gonna play really hard. They've won every series this year in what, 5 games. So like everyone's expecting them to do the same thing. Almost everybody. Um, but I think we did a good job tonight on LeBron. AD, we didn't have to do much. He was doing nothing, but like I think we defended LeBron really well. I think we forced him to make tough decisions around the paint. We forced it. I think we forced him into both travels. Like both times he traveled, he had like two or three guys on him. I think that was good. I like having Jimmy. I like when we switch with Jimmy on LeBron or Jay Crowder on LeBron because they do a relatively good job on him. Obviously, LeBron's gonna be LeBron. He's gonna do his thing. Um, and then I'm hoping that the Lakers role players keep shooting like they shot tonight. I don't expect them to. I don't expect them to shoot as bad, but we've seen it all playoffs. Like the Laker role players are not consistent shooters. They shot. I think they shot really pretty well those first two games. The first game they shot really well. Second game was really good too. I don't expect them to roll like that all series. So that's why I'm gonna give the Heat the benefit of the doubt next game if Bam comes back. If Bam doesn't come back, I feel like LeBron and AD are gonna be pissed that they dropped this game because it Miami controlled the entire game, but like the Lakers were always there. Like, even though we had the lead most of the time, like the Lakers were always there. They even took the lead early in the fourth quarter. So I feel that LeBron's pissed off. He even he looked like a sore loser too. Like he left the court early. It looked bad. Um,
He always does that shit,
he
bro.
looked he looked super
LeBron
pissed.
feels
I'm
like
pretty sure he's gonna put his teammates on their in their place. Anthony Davis was non-existent, bro. Like he was there for like the third quarter and that was it. So I don't know, man. I like our chances if we have Bam. If we don't, it's over. I like what we saw today. We didn't see much zone defense. I like that. I mean, LeBron and Rondo cook our zone, so I'm hoping that Spo can find a way to just play more man to man and only rely on zone when we're feeling it. So, yeah.
Yeah, you can go ahead, Kevin. I'll talk about the Lakers after you.
Yeah, I guess props to the Heat for pulling out a win. I was completely sleeping on Miami after all the injuries and especially how they got dominated in game one. But they proved me wrong. I was with Jose. I predicted the Heat to win in 7, but then I was just assuming everything
Did
was
you
clicking.
actually?
There was like no injuries.
You thought that he would win in 7? Did you actually?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they had the potential. Like, I was expecting, like at least the Lakers to shoot how they were shooting at least tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
Or at least the first. I mean, the second game they didn't really shoot that well, but the first game they were on fire. But regardless, like I still have. I mean, I'm switching my pick to Lakers in probably 5. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Miami Heat. I don't know. They could prove me wrong. They came out. Jimmy Butler looked like a superstar.
Good.
He put up like LeBron. He had like a LeBron-ish game, like 40-something points.
He played like Bron.
Yeah. His high number of rebounds, triple-double. But yeah, even Tyler Hero came alive at the end of the fourth quarter. He had some good layups and some good threes.
Yeah.
The defense was good, but I just got to give props to Miami, but still, like, regardless, like, I don't see AD scoring, 15 points the next few games. So, I don't know. He struggled. He looked like he was coming alive in the third quarter, but hey, that's all he had. He didn't really
foul
do much after that.
trouble affected him, obviously.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, the same thing happened to like Bam in game 1. Like he was getting call after call after call. He got a bunch of fouls early on, and then that just was too much for the Heat to overcome. And the same thing happened, I guess, to AD this game. But regardless, I don't think that's gonna happen again. I have Miami probably. I mean, the Lakers probably winning the next 2 games because like again, like when Bam's playing, like I'm sure he's probably gonna get a bunch of fouls. He's not really gonna be much of plus, assuming he gets a bunch of fouls. But if he doesn't, maybe. But the way things are going, I'm sure he's gonna get a bunch of fouls. And I don't really expect Jimmy to go crazy like that. But but I could be wrong. But still, like I don't see like LeBron, losing against especially this injured Miami Heat team.
Yeah.
Like that would completely ruin, basically, at least to some people's eyes, his legacy. But then again, like I'm saying, like I don't see there's no way in the world that's gonna happen. So I'm gonna go with Miami. The Lakers in 5. Yeah.
I'm gonna be really honest about this game. I really don't know how to feel exactly about the game because I know the Heat, regardless of what people might think, the Heat were really, even though it wasn't a blowout, they were really dominating this game. The Heat were getting open shots at will. The Lakers were not rebounding. They're a good offensive rebounding team and a good, pretty okay defensive rebounding team too. Whenever it is that AD decides to rebound, right? The Heat were just beating us to it. And I was gonna say, Jimmy said today that the key for them to win was them out rebounding the Lakers, obviously. But a perfect way, and this is what I was going to say, I don't know how beneficial having Bam back is exactly going to be, because whenever you don't have Bam in the game, you force Dwight and AD to the perimeter, and they won't rebound the ball. That's why Miami's been getting, at least being able to crash the boards a little bit better. And that's what happened in the Nuggets series. The Lakers were being forced outside, and AD was not rebounding at all. And I'm not saying Olynyk is a better player than Bam, but for example, Olynyk's been really playing super well for you guys. And he pushes AD out of the paint. And Dwight Howard, I know Dwight Howard's a physical player. He gets rebounds, but he only plays 11 minutes. So realistically, Markieff and Kuzma and AD get most of the minutes at the forward center spots. And having Olynyk in the game is pushing them out, especially today. Because last game, Lakers still dominated the game. They were just more prepared, I guess. But this game, it was so clear that we weren't dominating the boards. And like AD last game, you saw how he was literally crashing the offensive rebounds, and he got like, say he had like, I think he had like 34 points. I could say like 12 of those were off offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
And I know
easy dunks
Bam
or
is a good,
layups.
yeah, and Bam's a good rebounder, but once you get Bam back in the game, you have AD back in the paint. And I don't know how beneficial it is for you guys to have back AD back in the paint, not only on
I
like,
think it's very beneficial. I mean, we're only gonna play one big if we have Bam. We're only gonna play. So it's pretty much the
but we
same
play
issue.
two. But
Yeah,
we
but
play
and
two, and
also
what I'm saying, we play two bigs, and what I'm saying is like on when you're on offense, it's harder for the Lakers to rebound when when our centers and big guys are outside
But I
guarding
think
yours. And
I
Jimmy
mean
Butler,
we're gonna keep shooting the same amount of threes with or without Bam, and so
I
it's gonna
don't
be a
think
lot of
so.
long rebounds. And
I don't think so because
Bam's gonna be
Myers
very
Leonard,
aggressive. I expect him
My
to we need Bam, bro. Like Bam could get AD in foul trouble if they choose to play AD on Bam.
AD could get up Bam on foul trouble too, and Bam's also hurt. I don't know how healthy he's going to be
yeah.
for the game.
I mean, we'll
But what
see.
I was saying, Myers Leonard and Kelly Olynyk, you say that you'll keep shooting the same amount of threes, but I don't know exactly how many they combined to shoot today. But Myers Leonard, I think he made at
took
least
one.
one three. He took
Yeah.
one and he made it, and Kelly made like 2 threes today, and he took others. So what I'm saying is like it also not only does it add to your spacing, but it adds to the fact that Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, and Jay Crowder are good perimeter players that rebound really well. And once you have them, our players outside, you guys can go crash the boards. That's Jimmy Butler had like 12 rebounds today.
Yeah.
And it's because our big guys are outside. And I'm not saying Bam isn't important and he's not going to be beneficial if he comes back. What I'm saying is that maybe the Heat found something in having the Lakers play outside, just like the Nuggets.
But I mean, I think we're gonna play the exact same way with or without Bam right now. I think we did a good job.
You guys, you were getting smoked game one with Bam on the court. That's
and I mean, and also
played, how many minutes did Bam even play that game?
I can look it up, but I'm pretty sure
it was like it was a blowout. Like obviously everyone played bad that game. It was like a feel out game for us. That was the worst game of our. You can't just use that game as an example, honestly. Hey, we're not getting blown out by 30 by any team.
He played 21. He played 21 minutes, which was sort of average to everyone else because it was a blowout, so not everyone played big minutes. But he played 21 minutes, and Lakers were dominating that game. Like they had a
but like the first game is usually a feel out. You're getting used to that other team. It's the first time. It was his first finals game.
Of course, but knowing the Lakers, they're a team that usually drops game one, and they dominated y'all with Bam on the court. What I'm saying is,
the Lakers won against Denver. They took game 1 and 2.
They lost against Portland. They lost against Houston. They could have lost game 2 and 3 against Denver. Like the Lakers. What I'm saying is like, I think you guys found something in having Olynyk played more minutes. Not exactly.
Olynyk has always played big minutes for us. Olynyk has played Olynyk is going to be the backup for Bam.
I know he's the backup for Bam.
Listen quickly. Like if we start with Bam, he's going to be much more aggressive on AD. Who knows if he gets in foul trouble again? And once you take out Bam, which is usually say the last 4 minutes of the first quarter, you bring in Kelly. AD is still going to be playing. Is still supposed to be playing if he's not in foul trouble. So you can still ride Kelly late first quarter, early second quarter. You're still going to be using Kelly. So we're still going to play the same way. And Bam brings us so much to our offense. Like right now, today we had to depend solely on Jimmy Butler. We had to depend on him to score, to rebound.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I know.
That's not going to happen again, bro. He's not going to drop a 40-point triple-double.
Okay, that's fine. But Jimmy did most of the scoring and assisting. But Tyler Hero, I know he barely scored today, but he shot a lot of good shots that he missed. 18. And I don't think he shot like 4 of 17 or 18, and that's not going to happen every game because I believe in Tyler Hero. And what I'm saying is like if he takes 18 shots next game, he's probably going to make like half of those. So not exactly the whole scoring load is going to be on Jimmy Butler. And obviously if Bam comes back, that helps your offense in a different way than, for example, Kelly can.
And
but defense, I personally think
he got cooked last game.
The game was closer than game 1. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but we got really cooked by AD Like they were allowing AD last game to get open dunks and open layups all
Yeah.
game. Easy
That
putbacks.
was game 1 too with Bam on the court. What I'm trying to say is the
I want to
AD today.
okay. Look at
I
how
don't know
many
what
points.
happened.
How many points did AD score on Bam? I want you to look that up.
Okay, how do I look that up? I actually don't.
You're probably not even gonna find many highlights, like 2 maybe.
Oh, you want me to look for?
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
but
Like,
Bam was
you're
probably,
acting
like
like if
crap out of
AD's
him.
gonna cook Bam or something.
No, but I'm not saying that Bam doesn't even guard him one-on-one. What I'm saying is that having him on the floor wasn't exactly like stopping the Lakers.
Beneficial.
I mean, bro, it was
It's
game.
like,
That's what I'm
wasn't
telling you. It was
beneficial,
game
that's what I'm
1
saying.
of his first NBA Finals. Everybody for the Heat played that game. You can't just say, okay, so due to game 3, the Heat winning game 3, like the
Okay,
Heat played
but
better without Bam, bro.
Kevin, do you understand what I'm
I kind of
saying?
agree
Do you
with what
understand what
Kevin
I'm
is
saying?
saying.
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
exactly. Like, the game 2, you guys did
only lost by
something.
like 10 or whatever.
You only lost by like 10, and the game was not exactly close. It was more competitive, and you found something there that you used in this game that won you a game. That's what
Mhm.
I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the formula, and Jimmy said it himself. He said, "I think we found something." You can look for the interview. He said it. I think
saw
we
the
found.
interview. Yeah, I saw it. But that's what I'm telling you. Like, I'm telling you, we're gonna play the exact same way with or without Bam.
But
Like, we're
how
gonna use.
so? How so?
Bro, what do you mean? How so? Like, we just switched. Like, we changed our entire defensive scheme for this game because we learned from last game. Without Bam last game, we got cooked. Like AD and Dwight were getting easy ass dunks, layups.
But your offense. What I'm
putbacks.
saying, your
The
offensive
offense
scheme
looked
is not
better
the
without Bam.
same. Their offense isn't the same with.
I don't know about that. I don't know about their
Bro,
offense
you
looking better
won
without
a
Bam, bro.
game. You
Bro.
look at how, bro, you won a game.
Bro,
and
I've seen every single Miami Heat game this year. It looked like they were playing the Miami Heat offense, and it looked like they were playing better offense without Bam, bro.
No, but back
You
like
had
kind of
more
like
floor spacing, and Jimmy Butler was getting everything he wanted in the mid range and in the paint, bro. He got
he was
everything he
slashing
wanted.
without the paint clogged up. He was just going to the lane all the
Mhm.
time. He was driving and kicking. He was trying to hit Olynyk all the time. Like we were getting mad at him for passing too much, but he was hitting open people. It's like, and they were I mean, at least Olynyk was kind of making his shots. Like it's just brought a whole new dynamic to their offense.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
it's
but
kinda,
like
they're kind of
all I'm
doing
saying
what
is,
Houston would.
yeah, but we
trying to
need
do.
Bam, bro. Like he's our second best player on the team. We need him back because we're not gonna win another game without Bam.
Well, I'm not saying Bam's bad, or I'm not saying you don't
Yeah.
need him. What I'm saying is that maybe this is having a type of, like we like to discuss, a type of Giannis effect on the team where you just find something that works better without your best player on the court. Like you find some. I'm not saying the Heat are going to win the series and that they're going to win 2 or 3 games because of this formula. What I'm saying is, like, what you have, you don't have to force Bam and risk injury or playing big minutes, knowing that you have something that works. And maybe if he's hobbled, he'll just be a detriment to your team. Or what if you put him in the game and he gets
but that's the thing. We don't know how Bam
more?
is gonna come back. So I'm saying, like, if Bam comes back as he usually does,
the thing is that it's been a lingering injury since last series, so it must not be something real, like something day to day. It must be something that's really bothering him. And if you force him to play banging with AD and Dwight, he got injured the game 1 because he was banging against Dwight Howard and he hurt himself. If he starts doing that again, he just might aggravate it even more, and it could be worse not only for you guys but for him. And you guys have something that works right now. Well, that's all I'm trying to say.
yeah, but
I'm not saying you're gonna win because of it.
I'm saying like hypothetically, if Bam comes back and he's good, like let's say he feels okay, we're gonna need Bam if we want to get another game. Like with Bam, we might be back in the series. Without Bam,
okay, let me rephrase. Let me rephrase my entire thought. I think I told you the Lakers would win in 6 regardless. I think you'll win a game with or without Bam because this formula works. You can win one of the next. What do we have? Like another 4 games. You can win one of the next 4 or 3 or whatever. And if you get Bam, you'll still win 1 game. I think it really doesn't propel you to win 2 more games or 3 more games or even win the series. I think you'll win 1 game without him, 1 game with him.
Nah,
That's
I
my.
think it's over if Bam doesn't come back. I think it's over.
I think you can win 1 more game. Today was, it's not only the Heat and what they've discovered. I told you, and I've been telling you guys and everyone that writes off the Heat, the Lakers tend to suck sometimes. They'll drop games only because they just plain suck. And today they sucked. Literally, like Charles Barkley said after the game, LeBron and AD are playing with just another bunch of guys. And today AD was one of those guys. Therefore, if this happens again, you'll definitely win another game.
AD and LeBron aren't going to have back-to-back bad games. Like, if Bam doesn't play next game, AD's going to have a feast in the paint. You'll see.
I don't know. I think you guys did a really good defensive scheme against LeBron, and you got AD in foul trouble, and you forced him out of rebounds. So I don't know. That's all. And I think the Lakers. My bad, Kevin. You go.
It's like no Bam. That means more drives. More drives means probably more fouls, and that's why.
And more threes, bro. You get your center shooting threes too. More floor spacing for Jimmy. Yeah. But anyway, I think the Lakers will win in 6. I think maybe the Lakers will come super hard next game, and they'll stink it up the game after that. It's my favorite team. I've been watching them forever. I watched every single game this year. They tend to stink it up, bro. And LeBron must be so pissed because he knows that this team tends to sleep and snore on opponents.
Yeah.
And he has to be insanely pissed. And I would not be surprised if it happens again. Like, I really wouldn't be surprised. I still think we got this. I think the Lakers will win in 6 games regardless.
I mean, I think the Lakers are gonna make adjustments for next game. I think they're gonna come ready. They're gonna.
No, but the thing is, like, what adjustment do you make to missing open shots? Like, what adjustment do you make?
Yeah, but Frank Vogel and Bron gotta talk to AD. Like, he can't just stay standing.
No, yeah, AD, bro. Yeah, but what I'm saying,
he wasn't grabbing rebounds. He wasn't even looking to score.
Yeah, but Markieff Morris cannot be our 3rd best player, bro. Like, what I'm saying is, like, Markieff Morris is super cool. I love Markieff Morris. Like, I love that we picked him up. But what
that's
I'm
the thing.
Is,
you guys don't have a 3rd best player. Maybe Rondo.
I know. I'd say Rondo is our 3rd best player right now. And I cannot bear to keep seeing Danny Green miss open shots. Kuzma hit his shots today, but for the most part, he's missing all the time. KCP is doing a bunch of nothing, and he's getting cooked on when he's defending. He's getting absolutely cooked. And what I'm saying is, like, we can say that the Lakers will adjust, but how? Like, the Lakers defense, are getting open shots.
The Lakers defense was horrible tonight, bro. It was bad.
Yeah, but I know it was absolutely awful. But if you play good defense and you get on the other side and you can't hit a damn open shot, like, what do you?
Yeah, I get that, but we've seen that a lot in the playoffs. Like, we've seen a lot of Lakers, even in the games they win. Like, even in games, most of the games they've won, they haven't shot the ball that well. Like, they're probably one of the worst shooting teams in the league.
The reason that I believe the Heat can capitalize better than other teams is because the Heat are not a weak-ass-minded team.
Yeah.
Like, the Rockets are a weak-ass-minded team. The Portland Trailblazers just don't defend.
Yeah, you can't sleep on the Heat.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the Heat, that's why I believe, since this is the entire reason.
Yeah, and it looked like the Lakers were really sleeping.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they were, and look.
I think this is a great learning experience for them, bro. That's why I keep saying, like, I think they're gonna come firing on all cylinders next game. I think they're gonna come like super aggressive.
Me being a fan, I do not look.
Bro, they haven't.
I'm convinced,
bro. They haven't lost back-to-back games in the entire playoffs. They've responded every game they come back. Like, as a Heat fan, bro, I think it's tough for us to win next game. That's why I really hope Bam gets back.
No, I know. I don't think we're gonna lose next game. I'm saying the next game. Like, I'm saying this that happened today can repeat itself another game. That's why I think we'll win another one.
If you
we're
guys
gonna
go
win.
up 3-1, I doubt the
No.
Lakers will blow a 3-1 lead.
No, we're not gonna
Yeah,
blow a 3-1
so-
lead. We're not gonna lose. We're not gonna lose. What
But
I'm
that's
saying
what I'm
is,
saying. Like you expect to win the series.
I'm
like-
not worried to
Exactly.
lose. It just pisses me off that NBA shooters cannot hit open shot. That's all. Look,
But
that's
it's something.
just-
But Kevin, you've seen this all playoffs though.
I've seen this all season, bro. Danny Green
Yeah.
is not an NBA player. He is not an NBA player anymore. I'm sick and tired of Danny Green. But what I'm saying, I'm not worried that we'll lose at all. Let me just clear that out. I'm not gonna lose. We're probably gonna win in 6, like I said. I do not think we're gonna lose at all. We're not gonna choke a 3-1. We're not whatever.
Yeah.
But it pisses me off, bro. You do not understand. Like, I wish you could see my reaction watching the game. Like, I'm literally stone faced whenever I'm watching the game. I'm literally just watching like that. I'm not even surprised whenever Danny misses a shot, whenever KCP misses a shot, whenever Markieff Morris airballs, like you said.
Did Danny Green hit a 3 today?
No, he hit 2
He
free
didn't?
throws. That was his entire contribution to the team today.
Yeah.
He hit 2 free throws, played terrible defense. He
What about
airballed.
KCP?
I can tell you right. I think KCP got like 6 points. I mean,
Yeah, I think he
got,
made a 3, but that was pretty much it, right?
I don't get how you can miss that many shots, man.
Look,
Yeah, and Danny
KCP
Green gets a lot of
KCP
open
got
shots.
5
It's
points
crazy.
on 1 of 5 shooting. KCP got 5 points. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you the entire stats. Danny Green got 2 points. Caldwell Pope 5 points. Rondo 4 points. Caruso got 8 points on 1 of 4 shooting.
But that's
So-
what I'm saying. I think this was that game, like that one bad game that the Lakers have all series. We haven't seen them have 2 really bad
Yeah.
games in a
I
series.
still have Lakers in 5, bro.
But
Yeah.
we haven't played the Heat. In
No,
the
I know,
entire
but this
series.
is what I'm
That's
saying. Like,
saying.
unhealthy Heat ain't the Heat. Like, if we're unhealthy for the remainder of the series, this is over in 5 games. We ain't gonna win
Yeah.
another. We ain't
Think
gonna
about
win
it, like,
another game.
If AD didn't play complete garbage today, and Jimmy
And
didn't have
Jimmy
the
didn't
best
go
game
for
of the best game of his life,
Yeah.
you guys would be up 3-0.
But I
Exactly.
think Jimmy Butler, these playoffs, has been the best player that the Lakers have played
Not better
in
than
any
AD.
series. That the
Pro-
Lakers have played in
probably.
any series. Jimmy
Yeah,
Butler is the
probably.
best player, and I'm not saying they're the
Kevin,
best
in terms
overall.
of small Kev, in terms of how they played during the playoffs against the Lakers, I think that's
Yeah,
fair.
Lillard,
I think that's
Lillard,
fair,
Lillard, Harden, Westbrook, Jokic, and Murray are not on the
yeah.
level. that Jimmy-
Lillard low key got clamped by the Lakers in game 2.
super clamp,
moving
bro. He
forward.
only had 1 good game, started dancing, and got Thanos, bro.
Yeah.
Like literally, like.
And then
what I'm saying, but,
Westbrook
bro,
and Harden exchanged good games. So,
Mhm.
No, but I'm saying Jimmy's one guy. Without Goran, there's nobody at least I can come close to LeBron and AD's
oh
production.
yeah, I
So,
agree.
No, yeah, that's fine. But what I'm saying is, like Charles Barkley said, we have 2 guys, 2 really, really good guys, and the other guys are just a bunch of guys. Like you said, we don't have a
Yeah.
third best player.
Yeah.
You guys, you always credit your depth. The Heat have people that can step up. Like Kelly Olynyk is stepping up and filling in the role for. I'm not saying he's better than Bam, but he's filling in the role. Duncan Robinson actually hit shots today. Tyler Hero,
Yeah, and
he
even
missed
usually when
everything.
our guys aren't let's say they're not being productive offensively, they're usually
defending.
playing really good defense. They're doing
Mhm,
other
Jay
things,
Crowder,
they're rebounding.
Iguodala is
Yeah.
not the most offensively gifted player
Yeah, he's
anymore,
not.
but he is defending really well. He's bodying
Yeah.
players. Jay Crowder does the same whenever he's not hitting shots. What I'm saying is you guys have not because you have the better team or the better talent or whatever, but you guys have players that want it. We have 2 players that want it. The rest of the players, they're just guys, bro. They're just going through the motions. And I don't know. I think you guys can win 1 more game, not the next one. I think you can win 1 more after that.
Man, I think if we're unhealthy, I think I don't see us winning another game if we're unhealthy, honestly. Because Jimmy ain't gonna have another game like this one. This was the best game of his life. And when you look at the numbers, honestly, the Heat didn't have a perfect game. They didn't even have a great game. It was Jimmy, bro. Jimmy went off. And
Lakers had 21 turnovers too. But Hero, what I'm saying is what if Jimmy cuts his production in half next game, but Hero makes his shots? Then you have the same. You can win a game.
We'll see.
You can win a game.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. And the shots
I
are
actually
firing.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll just leave it here. This was pretty good, entertaining talk. I think that
Apparently, Bam sucks, right, Kevin's?
no,
He doesn't suck. It's just that he
bro. It
messes
doesn't
up.
suck, bro. It's
Maybe
situations,
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
injuries and situations,
But
but
I feel like
no,
we need him. We ain't winning
but
another
whatever.
game.
We'll see next game how he does.
We'll see,
We
we'll
could
see.
be
we'll
wrong.
see. Yeah. Well, it was another episode of the JK podcast. I think it was a really good one. So we'll see you next time, hopefully for the next game. So thank you for the view. Leave a like, anything in the comment section, and we'll see you guys next time.
Go Heat.